Stop wasting your time trying to stay organized while you travel. Try this easy solution instead. Traveling overseas can be super enjoyable, but super stressful at the same time, depending on what your role is in making the trip happen. And I am normally the person that plans everything, collates all the documents together, the reference numbers, the booking numbers, where we're going, what we're doing, and trying to keep all of that organized while we're on the go with kids and sometimes with parents can be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to show you how I like to keep all of my booking stuff organized. I'm going to walk you through the process as well. It's super simple. I create a website that everybody in my traveling party has access to. I keep all of my booking information in there as well, and it just keeps things so easily organized and just so simple that when I am out and about traveling with my family, I can truly just enjoy traveling without having to worry about how I'm going to keep everything so organized. When I'm booking travel, I often have things spread out across emails, apps, itineraries, and printouts, and trying to keep all of that organized while you're on the go can be super frustrating and can take up a lot of time. Traveling for me is enjoyable when I don't have to sweat the little things like where are the booking numbers while we're standing at the reception of a hotel, or who's going to be scanning the apps to get us into the theme parks. Enjoyable family adventures for me are definitely the result of being organized, and being organized doesn't need to be hard. Creating an easily accessible website for you and everybody in your traveling party to access is a super simple way to keep everybody organized, to not lose anybody, and to give the paper printouts a miss. Save time, save effort, and save stress by creating your very own website, and I'm going to show you how using Canva. I've planned lots of family trips, multi-generational as well, both domestically and internationally over the past few years. I swear once I figured this little hack out, it saved me so much stress and so much wasted time while we were out and about exploring by simply putting everything I need into this one website and having access to it from my phone. I like to think that it's because I've been a lawyer for the past 8 years that, time is money and details are key. That is my favorite saying. It might take a little bit of time to set it up, but I swear that is nothing compared to the amount of time and the amount of stress and just the amount of effort you will no longer waste while traveling. So let's get straight into it. Before we get started, I just want to say if you're a little bit like me and love to just get the juicy details, then make sure you tap the little cog below and click 1.5 speed or 2.0 speed to speed up this video. So I thought the easiest thing to do would be to show you a quick example of this is just a copy. This is just a little bit of a copy of the website that we used when I went to Japan last year. So as you can see, we've got some tiles in the very first page. This will be your home page, and those tiles are attached to the following pages. So we've got accommodation, transport, activities, and emergency. Now the reason why I'm just showing you a copy or an example is because if you're going to be publishing your website on Canva, it only lets you publish it once. Because we've already used this website and then since Japan have also been to Singapore, Korea, and China, the website changes as we travel to different countries. That could be a little bit of a downfall for you if you are trying to plan multiple websites for different trips at one time. When you push publish website or share and take a website live, it will overwrite anything that you have previously shared to that website. I just want to show you very, very quickly. So you can control your own website URL here, but as far as I know, each account only has one website. I haven't been able to get around that. So when you publish a new website, so let's say we change this for Korea, it will overwrite whatever website is currently here at the moment. There are a couple of things that I really want to set out here. If you haven't seen my last video, which was about creating a travel itinerary in Google Docs and bringing everything together, then I would highly suggest you pause this video and go back to that video, because we are going to be using everything from that Google Doc to bring over to our website. So I do all of my planning in my Google Doc travel itinerary, and I just bring it over to my website on Canva and then push publish, and it's easy. I'm not trying to sit here and find things as I'm working through my website. I already have everything in my Google Doc. So I can show you very quickly. I will show you very quickly what that looks like. So this is the Google Doc itinerary that I'm talking about. I've put the link to the video in the description. So it has all of the information we need. If you are wanting to create your website very quickly, then this is a very good way to get all of the information together and organized, so you can literally just copy and paste it across to your website and make it look super pretty. That video is before this video, and I would encourage you just to go and watch it if you're into that. If you already have a system or a process that you're using, then cool. So to make sure that we have the right sizing, this is how I do it. Now you will see that this is the canvas is the size of a desktop website. When you're out and about traveling and exploring and having adventures with your kids, you're probably not going to be whipping out your laptop while you're sitting at the subway station waiting to catch a subway to check what's coming next on your itinerary. You're going to be pulling out your mobile phone, and that is why the website looks the way that it does. So when I am creating a website from scratch, normally what I do first is I will go to mobile prototype, as it kind of gives you a good starting point to build a website that's going to look good on your mobile while you're out and about. If you are looking at it on a desktop, it will look just like how it's sitting on the canvas. If you are thinking, I don't want to do that, I want it to look good on desktop and mobile, then I'll show you how you can make sure that it does look good on both your desktop and your mobile. This is what it would look like if I had used the entire page instead of just in the little middle part of the canvas. To check what it would look like on a mobile, all you're going to do is go publish website, and it's going to bring up a window here that's going to give you a bit of an example of what it would look like on a desktop. Click these arrows here, open it out. Now up in the right top hand corner there is the desktop view. So this is the desktop view. This is what it would look like. It's looking pretty, it's very busy, but it's okay. And if you click the mobile symbol here, it will show you what it looks like brought down to size. Now that's okay if you are going for a very simple layout like the layout I'm about to show you, but I have seen some people try to create travel websites where they have tried to put all of the information into one page. It just does not look good. But I do want to show you potentially what it looks like if you decide to use the whole page with slightly different information. While the front page looked great in the mobile view, let me show you what the next accommodation page, where I've utilized that entire page, looks like in mobile view. This is the reason why I choose to only create my website in the middle of the page. We're going to click the double arrows, and again, this is the desktop. It's looking nice and it is looking tidy. If I click the mobile site, this is what happens. It gets a little bit jumbled up and it doesn't look very appealing. In fact, the two headings are both at the top, and our Tokyo and Osaka accommodation has been squished into one section. To me personally, it's not very appealing. Now, there are heaps of examples or mock-ups that you can have on your cell phone. The one that I really like to use is this one here. Now, all I've done here is ungrouped that, taken out the symbol, and changed that to Japan plan. You can make it as pretty and as aesthetic as you like. You can spend hours doing it, or you could just simply do what I do and use a template, whack your information in and publish it, and then we've got a website and a plan that's easy to use and follow. I get rid of these little boxes here because they're annoying and I don't really need them. I then call these the relevant headings of the information. Accommodation is one. We've got transport next, which is very important. We also have activities. And I always like to put an emergency. If you've been watching the news lately, Japan did recently have an earthquake, and they are known to have earthquakes, and they had a tsunami last year. So for me, having that emergency information available is assuring that if we are separated as a group, everyone will know what to do and what's happening. You can add in different elements. So in our example one, I liked this little picture here, and we're just going to make it look pretty. That is the homepage for your travel website. This is a little plug for Canva. This video is not sponsored by Canva. I haven't been paid. This is not a UGC. This is nothing. This is just me really appreciating the service that Canva provides. Currently, it is $19.99 for a pro subscription to Canva in New Zealand. That is one of the best deals you will ever get on a piece of software that just does so much. I would highly encourage you to get a pro subscription to Canva so that you can publish a website without any hitches, but also so that you have access to all of the pro elements that come with the subscription. So I'm going to make this one a video. I might also put a video over here. The other thing that I like to do is just replace the other two photos with well, we're going to Japan, so I'm going to use Japan photos. So maybe that one there too. Cool. These are going to be the tiles that you use to navigate your website. Now from here, I'm going to add another page. I'm going to change the page title and I'm going to call it accommodation. I'm going to create one page for every tile that we have on our home page. This makes it easy when you start linking your tiles on your home page to the page that it corresponds with. In my example website, I have the same header for every page. You don't have to do that, and in today's example I'm not going to do that because I can't be bothered. But what I tend to do to make it easy is I just copy the tiles and go to the page and paste it and just drag it to the top. And you're going to do this for every page or every tile that you have. You're going to create a new page and give it a new title, and they will be the corresponding pages to the titles. The cool thing about creating a travel website using Canva is that you can create it any way you like. You can make it look amazing. You could just have text, you could have it black and white, you could have it in color. It is completely up to you. This is just how I do it. It is a quick and easy way to get a website up and running. I just need it to keep all of our travel and trip bookings organized and for people to be able to navigate it easily. And this is what I found works the best for me. But you might find another way to do it that is easier or works great for you and your family. And if you do, please share it in the comments, because this is just how I do it, but I am sure there are people out there who could do it way more efficiently than me, and I would love to learn. We've set up each of our pages here. We've given them titles or headers at the top, and we've also set all the tiles on our home page as well. All right, so now for the part where we take all of the information from our itinerary and we put it over into our website. So I've got my itinerary open next to me, and I have got the mobile prototype of our website up as well. We stayed at the Narita Tobu Hotel. Again, completely up to you, but I always like to put in a heading. Because we traveled to different cities as well, I separated out our accommodation by the city that we were staying in. So for the first night, we stayed out at the Narita Hotel. Pro tip, we landed at 4 p.m. and by the time we got out of customs, we could not be bothered trying to figure out the subway, and then, you know, with all our bags and the pram, and just, it was just easier for us to stay close to the airport. I've just copied and pasted. I am now going to copy the link and link this and insert the same links into my website. So because this is a link, I'm going to change the color, and I'm just going to might use red because we're going to Japan. And I'm going to change the color for this as well so that it's not confusing. Use red too. Cool. So that is our hotel. So that's our accommodation information. I'll do it again as well. So we stayed at an Airbnb while we were in Tokyo. So I'm going to just copy that information across as well. And again, make it look pretty. The check-in time is quite important for us. We actually split up on this on the very first day, so just to make sure that my parents didn't turn up too early or anything like that. For some reason, this address doesn't have a hyperlink. It did have one, but it has disappeared. So I'm going to just copy that and put it into maps. Maybe the hyperlink is the map. No. Okay. I'll just paste it into maps. Oh, this may be why, because we found it a little bit difficult to find. All right, there we go. So share, if you want to copy the link from Google Maps, share, copy link, and across here I'm going to just highlight that. And again, add a link, paste, done. Cool. So what that does for us is that if we need help trying to find the address, we walked from the local Yamato where we sent our luggage from the airport to. So we were just trying to figure out where to from Yamato to the Airbnb. We just clicked on the link, opened it up on Google Maps, and just followed the map. It's a good thing about Japan, if you haven't been before, excellent connection with Google Maps. So the subway and everything is all loaded into Google Maps. So it is super easy to navigate local transport if you are not from there. Cool, so that is what the accommodation website will look like. I would go through and add the other ones, so for example the Hilton, we'd add in there too, but just for the sake of this video, that's what my accommodation page would look like. Transport, again, you can do the same thing. You can copy over the flight details, make it look pretty. We would put in our flight details, also put in airport transfers. Got a image in your itinerary on your Google Docs and you want to take it across to your website. All you need to do is click on the image, scroll down to view more actions and click on save to keep. You can right click on the image and save image as to, I'm going to just save it to download. I'm going to call it airport transfer. I'm just going to save it to my downloads. Then from my downloads, I am going to upload it. Once it's uploaded into your Canva, then you can drag and drop it into your website wherever you like. I'm not going to spend too much time on the other two pages because they are very much the same as the first two. If you need more than one page, you can just go right click, duplicate page, and I would just delete. It will separate that. So what you could do if you really wanted to, as another alternative, you could, if you are traveling to multiple cities or even multiple countries, you might want to even separate that out. I would also change the title just to make it a little bit easier when you're linking. So this would become Okinawa. You could call it Okinawa accommodation, or you could just call it Okinawa. Again, you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to group all your accommodation. You don't have to group all your transport. You could have separate pages pages for different cities or different countries. So you could have a Tokyo page with all of the information straight out of your itinerary here with all of your Tokyo information in it. And then you could have an Okinawa or Osaka page and have all of the itinerary for Osaka on that one page. I tend to group it like this because it's easier for me and how I'm using the website. But the good thing about this is you are completely in control of it and you can just do it as you please. The next step is to link these tiles to the respective pages. I'm going to click on the photo and I'm going to either click Command K for link, or you can right click on the photo and go down to link. And I'm going to link it to Tokyo accommodation. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it afterwards. So if I click on this, if I click on the word or the tile, it will take me to the right page. But to begin with, I always have to link it first, then group it. Now that they are linked to the respective pages, there are some quick tips that you can do to make your website a little bit more efficient or to make your website a little bit easier to use. On each of the pages, you could have a quick element. By element, I mean you could have a quick little picture, or you could have another title or a heading. I'm just going to use the cherry blossom like this. You could have this on every page. I'm going to link this to my homepage, and it's going to be just an easy way to navigate in your website. If people are looking at the activities page, but they want to quickly go back to the homepage, then you can use this little link here to take you back. Our website is starting to look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So now all we need to do is we need to publish it. Publishing it is super easy. Now we've created it in the mobile prototype, and there is a really easy way to take it from this to the original website layout. And all you need to do is click share in the top right corner, and there's a little button here called website. So we're going to click on website. It will ask us to convert to website. It'll also say, don't worry, we'll save a copy for you. That is good, because if you get to the website canvas and you make changes and you're like, oh, I don't actually like that, you can go back to your original prototype, which is this one here, and you can again convert it to a website. So we're going to convert it to a website. It's going to automatically put it exactly where we need it to be for it to look good on a mobile. From here, it's pretty easy. All of our links should be working. So all of our hyperlinks should be working, and our tiles should be linked to their respective pages. All we need to do is go publish website up here in the right hand corner. So there's two things here that you'll want to make sure that you do. The first thing is you'll want to make sure that you click resize on mobile. In this little box up here, it's going to give you examples of what your website is going to look like on a desktop, on an iPad, and then on your mobile. The reason why you want this on is because you want your website to look great on a mobile phone, because that is probably where you'll primarily use it, and you don't want Canva to kind of like squish it up so that it's either out of proportion or things aren't where they are supposed to be. The other thing is include navigation menu. I never include this because the Canva website is just what I like to call an endless scroll website. Users can just scroll through all the pages to the bottom and then scroll through all the pages to the top. They won't get lost on it. You can't click on a page and get so far down a rabbit hole that you can't get back to your home page. So I never include it, but if you do want to include it, then by all means click that box there. Now your website URL is this part. You can change it. The part that you change is the bit at the end. So this one, my Canva website URL is nicolacanva.mycanva.site. If you are setting this up for the first time, you will get to choose this part of your website. I just keep it super simple, and then I just change the end name. So I've got Japan, so this one could just be Japan, and this will be the website here, or it could be itinerary, or it could be Singapore, or whatever your website is about, you can change the end part. If you are wanting to make a custom domain, then you can click down to get a new domain, and it gives you the option to either buy a custom domain for 29 New Zealand dollars or bring your own domain if you already own one from a third party. I'm pretty happy with how I use my website just to use the Canva given one. And I'm pretty happy with that. I just like to change the end of it to the relevant place that I am going to. So this one will be called Japan. Publish settings, again, you can change what's shown at the top of the website browser. So at the moment it says Japan plan. I might just want it to say Japan, or I could say Nicola's Japan itinerary. You can put whatever you like in there. There are advanced settings here, and this is key. I always like to password protect my website if I am putting things like what dates we're traveling. I try not to put personal information onto the website because I'm not sure how secure they are, because they are run by Canva. If I'm putting the dates that we will be traveling, I will always password protect my website. To password protect your website, everybody that logs into your website will need to have the password. You just toggle this over here so that it's purple. You can either use the password they give you, which sometimes is a good idea because it's just randomly generated, or you can create your own password. Just make sure that you give your password to the people that you need or want to access your website. The other thing that I always make sure is turned off is search engine visibility is disabled. I don't want somebody to type in Nicola's Japan plan and it to come up on Google. If you do want your website to be found using a search engine, then by all means turn it on, but I like to leave it off. The last thing is link preview is disabled. So if you are sharing this on social media, you might want to turn that on so that when you share it on social media, everybody can have a preview of what it looks like. I don't really bother with it. Now that's all the important settings that you need. Finally, it's time to take our website live. So all you need to do is push publish website and voila, our website is live. So this is how we access our website. We can copy that and send it to the people we need. So we can text it to them, or we can send it to them via email or social media. We can even go and view our live website. We're going to go and view the website that we just created. So I'm going to put our URL in here, and this is what it looks like on my mobile phone. So as we can see, the videos are playing. It looks awesome. When I was talking about the endless scroll, this is how you can navigate through your website. So this is for me what it means, like you can't get lost. You can click on your tiles to take you to your relevant pages, or you might want to go to your emergency page. And then of course we have our home navigation pages. Wow. If you want to make it easy for people to access, if you're traveling with slightly older people, like when I travel with my parents, there is a neat trick that you can do. So I'm using Google Chrome. So I'm going to get out of Google Chrome and I'm going to go to Safari. So I'm going to go to Safari. If I open up my website, canva.my.canva.site/Japan plan. If I open it up in Safari, what I can do here is click this little button here and scroll down to add to home screen, and it will put a link to the website on the home screen. So super easy. Now all I need to do is click that and it will open up my website immediately. Other things, other features in here, we've got our links to Google Maps, and we've got, the pictures that we use, the picture that we copied over for transport. And that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for joining me today. I really hope that your next travel website gives you some reassurance and helps keep you organized on your next adventures. If you haven't watched how I plan or create my itinerary for my adventures overseas for my family holidays, make sure you check out my other video. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time.